Just waiting to see if everything works. Is everything working now? I assume it is because I'm seeing a screen, but there's no one in the live chat. So that makes me a little suspicious right now. What's going on? Of course, I didn't really share this video to anyone, so obviously no one would come in if I never did anything. Why does this webcam look blurry? I do apologize for that. I think the focus is off. Oh, hello, there's people now. I'm going to let a few people start coming in before I talk about some big things that I really wanted to talk about for a while. They're not going to be very happy, optimistic thing, but hopefully after I'm done talking about those things, I'll go to Transformers, because even if I drone out for too long, I've got Transformers right here. I've got a whole desk full of Transformers. They're the new ones that I just received. So I'll be able to go on topic with that. Apparently I can snap moments as they happen on the stream, according to YouTube, which I guess they got the idea from Twitch. So, hello everyone. I'll try and say hi to all the people here. Actually, we have a lot of people, so I might try to talk about it right now. 53 concurrent viewers. Admiral Snack Bar, Bionic Me Studio, Genesis, Crimson Hurricane, Writer, Diego Dank, Mike, Space Core, David, Luke, Dark, Taj, River, this random kid, the Silva, something, Matthew Mason, Johnny the Shark, Ultimus Prime, Cliffjumper Studio, Big L Animation, JC Quake, I'm a new sub, thank you. Mateo Potato, Alec Tech, Alpha 26, Cameron, Future Aunt, Gabriel, Billy Bones, Sam, Angel, Alexander, Kelvin, Leo Prime, Dawson, Your Average Joe. I love that name. That's an awesome username. Something Note. Sorry, I can't really say your name. Survive Fan 23, Joshua, Antonio, Genesis, Copperhead, Ramos, V, Mark, Patrick. Hello, everyone. There's just too many people to shout out. TF Fan, Nathan Prime, Oliver, Jack, all you guys. I really do appreciate you guys coming for today's stream. So, this is where it gets a little hard to talk about. As some of you may have known, my friend Scott had passed away. And someone in the comments knew that I was having problems and assumed that was the problem that I was having for the past, I don't know how long. It wasn't, because I just found out recently. My uncle died a day after. And I grew up actually with that uncle in my life quite often. But even then, that wasn't the big reason why I'm stepping away from YouTube for a while. Or at least not doing as much YouTube for right now. Hold on, I'll be right back. I just need to check up on something. You might start to hear the cat meowing for a bit. I apologize for that. So anyways, yeah, unfortunately my uncle had passed away. But that's not even just it. My mom has cancer. She's got lymphoma. And so that's really taken a toll on me as of lately. And that was originally the main reason why I want to kind of go back away from doing content. But I was going to kind of come back and roll with it and see how it was. Then the holidays happened and my dad has cancer. They're very optimistic about it. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just having real bad anxiety right now. So yeah. They're optimistic about it, at least. You know, they're not dying right now. But yeah. Again, if it looks like I'm all over the place right now, it's because I have huge anxiety. I actually have to stand up right now. You know, that's what I get for having autism and diabetes at the same time. You get a lot of anxiety with those. So, when I start having anxieties, I'm not sure if it's my anxieties or if it's, you know, something else. I think I'm fine. It's just, I have those anxieties, and I felt like I was about to pass out just now. I know, this stream hasn't been going so well right now, but yeah. So both my parents, at the same time, have cancer. And I've just been really depressed about that. So. I'm not even reading the chat. If someone's like being a dick or saying something off topic, then I'm not really watching it. Okay, now I'm starting to feel better. So that's why you haven't been seeing Canadian Reviewer again right now. And that's why I said I wanted to take a month off. Is because I want to cool off and relax for a bit. So my mom, actually, funny enough, what is really interesting, though, is that we caught it so early. And it was just how it conveniently happened. So with my mom, she has a very visible tumor on the side of her. And it's a lymph node. So even though she's got like those tumors throughout her body, it's not in anything dangerous. Like even though she's actually got one in her liver, but it's still a lymph node. Thank you, Spinster Productions, for the $4.99. I'm sorry to hear that, and this is kind of not my favorite topic because my aunt died from cancer. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about, you know, people dying from it, and it's just, again, really puts me in a bad mood. I obviously can't blame them, but it's just a lot going on. But anyways, so even though it's a lymph node, it's not in her actual liver. She has it in various places, but because of that big one, we were able to catch it early. So it was lucky enough for her, and we can still, you know, do stuff about it. My dad, funny enough, apparently it's in his blood, but he was actually going for a test for a completely different reason, and then they found that out. So it was really lucky on him because they were able to catch it really early. Not sure how early. Apparently we're going to hear more about that later on, but apparently they caught it early. But it's just the fact that so many things are going on. It's like everything around me is being dismantled, you know? So that's why I want to be optimistic. Someone had replied to one of my photos of the Devastator with the head over the hoodie. They said that, I'm glad that you're going back to your optimistic ways. No, I just had a funny idea that popped in my head, and I thought, yeah, this might be entertaining to some people. But that was about it. And then I woke up to a really nasty tweet about me, too. I do have my own paranoia. But I do feel like there might be certain people that kind of want to go against me or try to troll me. I feel like there's a group of people that do that. And I know that sounds really bad, and definitely sounds like I'm being paranoid, but I start to notice that some of the comments kind of do the same thing over and over again, and it's from different accounts. I mean, it could be one person, but just the way it's done, I don't think it is. Um, I can't really give an example either, but I did catch someone bragging about it, so, you know. But, yeah, there was a really nasty comment about me. So, the Flame Toys RC thing going on, I said that the design needs to be scrapped. I wasn't referring to Flame Toys. I should have clarified. I was referring to the RC design in general because I don't like that thing anymore. They haven't really done, too well with her toys as of recent. The best one is the Prime RC. Hell, even the Studio Series one, the crappy little bike, is much better than the Earthrise one, in my opinion. I know that sounds terrible, but honestly, um, because you expect Earthrise RC to be better than that, and she's not. Um, but I was referring to the design. It needs to change up. Kind of like how Animated RC incorporated a lot of the alt mode into a robot mode. That was a nice idea, and I kind of wish they went back at that. But someone really bitched me out, like overreacted to what I was saying, and like, holy shit. They said, oh, Asperger's face, Transformers content is bad, blah, blah, blah. And usually that doesn't bother me. It's just there's so much going on that it just kind of adds to everything. It's the fact that everything just feels demolished around me. That's why I've just been so depressed about everything. And the reason why I bring this up to you guys is because if you guys watch the content and you notice that there's a lack of content, the fact that so many things are going on at once is the reason why. I wasn't comfortable talking about the fact that, they have cancer. When I did a previous video update talking about I'm going to be backing away from YouTube, there was one person that was guessing like it was a game, which was kind of a dick move, but yeah, it's just, it's a lot. So, I know people are talking about who they lost with cancer. Can I just say, please don't tell me that. I have been so nervous about everything that I don't want to think about that. It's unfortunate that you guys had that happen. I just don't want that in my mind right now. No disrespect to anyone. I get what you're talking about, but I just don't want to hear it. Please. If you can present your collection of Hot Wheels, I'm so glad, Gabriel, that you can, be part of the conversation. So, yeah, it's just a lot. Have you seen the new masterpiece, Thundercracker? Yes, I have. I really want that thing. Let's go on topic of Transformers. Let's try to make it a little more optimistic. I know it was all over the place at the beginning of this. It's just because, again, a lot's on my mind, and I just had anxiety starting the stream. Like, I was already off a little bit early on, so yeah. But I wanted to get this live stream done so that that information is out there, and so the rest of the day I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, that Starscream, I was like, yeah, it looks kind of cool, but I don't know, the gray, like, obviously Starscream should be gray, but at the same time, it just looks too much like a prototype they touched up. So it never really caught my attention. And then Thundercracker happened, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks gorgeous. Yeah, Kingdom. I'm still waiting for any store to put out Kingdom stuff. There's not one on Walmart, Toys R Us, Amazon. The only ones that I found are being sold by scalpers. Someone tagged me, tagged my name. I'm trying to find the comment. Your channel is fine the way it is. I look up to your awesome video. Thank you. All right, so yeah, obviously we're gonna get a Skyward. But the question is, are we gonna get Acid Storm? I would like to see all the Rainmakers done in that mold. You know, don't just do one. Do all three of them. All right, now my lips look red because of juice. So, if you have any questions regarding some of the stuff that I recently got, go ahead and ask. I will say that I forgot to bring out the Cyberverse RC. What else did I get recently? The Cyberverse RC, the Cyberverse Deluxe Megatron, the Refractor, and then the RC Triplets. I didn't bring those out. And then I think there was a few more. But my recent haul that I got, I haven't really talked about these since opening them. I've got Revenge of the Fallen Studio Soundwave, Studio Dark of the Moon Topspin, Studio Revenge of the Fallen Mixmaster. I got the Biosphere Twins, and a Drunk Transformer right here. I got the Gigawatt or Gigawatt. I've got the Custom Striker, thanks to 01 Transpan. I got the Bumblebee. I got the Soundwave from the Netflix series. I got the Runmuck. I got the RC. And I got the Snapdragon out here. And then also on my shelf, I didn't talk about the Skipjack and the Overload, but I didn't bring those down. And then I didn't talk about the Impactor and Mirage that I recently got from TFA 1024. So, if you guys have any questions about those, I'm glad I found this channel. Aw, thank you. No, not for a full review. And like I said, I'm taking a break from doing reviews, guys, so. RC is decent, I'd say. Do you think they will make a Studio Series Shockwave? I assume you mean the Bumblebee movie one, and I don't think so. I think the only reason why they did the Starscream is because it's convenient for them, because they have the mold. It's the same thing with Cliffjumper. I mean, they did the Cybertronian Bumblebee, so, you know, they needed the mold anyways. What was the question that I saw? You gotta get Runabout. I want to, if it's available out here. Yes, Galador, Defenders of the Outer Dimension. I watched that show, and I even have one of the toys still. A lot of them were thrown out, unfortunately, during a move, but yeah, I got one of the McDonald's ones. Okay, so, well, we're in Canada. Are you... I've never seen the Netflix series figures in Alberta. I've never seen them out here in BC. The only reason why I've got the Soundwave, Bumblebee, and Hotlink is from other people. I don't suppose you got any Thrilling 30. Oh, I got a lot, but I mean, I got new stuff. Why don't we talk about that? Let's see. Do you like SS Devastator? It's cool, but it's a lot to do. It took me about an hour and a half to transform all of them into their robot, or from robot mode to combined mode to robot mode again. So, yeah, not really a fun one. And then I noticed that Scavenger was getting more stress marks, so I was like, probably a bad idea right now. I've always wanted the Walmart Soundwave because I have Bumblebee. They're both really good. So what are your thoughts on Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave? Because personally, yikes. Okay, the Gigawatt figures are really chunky. I like that actually, but you know that's just me. I wanted to give Earthrise RC a chance, and I even got it for $10. But when the legs are attached to the lower, then the figure can't stand normally. Yeah. Dude, you're amazing. You're an amazing content creator, and I love all your vids. You've been working so hard for a while, and you definitely deserve a break. You are an awesome man. Thank you. I just wish it was, better circumstances to have a break. Okay. Anyways. So, someone asked Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave. So, I didn't like it at the start. I'm gonna switch back to here. I didn't like this at the start. I don't like the gray, because it should be more silver. And there's not really a lot of effort put into it, but I'm not sure what effort you would expect from Soundwave. See, I just can't help but think the Revenge of the Fallen one did it better because it has a transformation to it. Like, it doesn't need a full-on huge transformation or complex transformation, but just something to make it interesting, and I don't feel like this is really interesting. And I don't like how the shoulders transform, the tabs, and how you have to move stuff around is just very weak. But what I will say is this: he's a lot better in hand than I thought he was going to be. I like the articulation. You can get him into some decent poses. And I do like the stand. But I have one problem with the stand. And it is the basic port system that you get for other Transformers. So I thought, oh, that's going to be cool to use for other figures. Unfortunately, you can only turn it to that far. And some port systems have it straight across. So, yeah. That kind of sucks. Should have been bent all the way down. But otherwise, Soundwave, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Definitely prefer Dark of the Moon one. But, I mean, he's there. And I got him as a gift. So I'm not going to complain about it. Any other specific figures? Do you plan on getting the SS Bumblebee movie Starscream? I want to. I want to get the Blitzwing. I never got that. SS The Last Night Drift for free from Hasbro. Nice. Oh, God. You know what? You just reminded me I need to call Hasbro because they have not been emailing me back on anything. So, what do you want to be an SS86? Wreck-Gar. School is for chumps. Defend page 101 is for gods. Let's see. SSB 127. I've looked at it and I thought, yeah, I want to get it. I also thought about pre-ordering the first wave of Kingdom from Ages 3 and up, but I'm waiting to see on that. Do you want to see what Transformers do you want to see in Studio Series? Hatchet and Jolt and Q. There you go. Should I buy Netflix Optimus or Netflix Soundwave? I can't say for sure on the Optimus. I haven't actually messed with the Earthrise Optimus mold. It looks cool, and you do get 2 Battlemasters, but I'm not sure if you want the trailer or the Battlemasters, so that's totally up to you. What I will say is this: I really like the Soundwave. I really do, and he transforms into the cassette player, and it looks nice. Not as pristine as the original Masterpiece figure, because you do have stuff hanging off at the back. I feel like the batteries could have been incorporated better into the alt mode. If they just had a different side peg to the arm or something. But otherwise, it is a good figure. My only complaint about this toy is the shoulders have this point where they kind of lock into place, and it's super tight. And I don't know why they did that, because it just feels like it restricts articulation more so, because you can't put this in partway through. And it's so tight that I feel like I'm going to snap them or strip them or something. Otherwise, Soundwave is really good, and his cassettes are nice. Well, Laserbeak is nice. Ravage is in it. And speaking of Soundwave, if you guys want my opinion on the other one, the yellow dude, here's Bumblebee. Love the Volkswagen Beetle. And I found it strange that people thought it was odd that Hasbro had the license to Volkswagen when we just had the Bumblebee movie and we had Bumblebee movie toys. It's like, okay, but you do realize we've gotten the Volkswagen before, recently, so. And hell, we're getting the Studio Series Bumblebee, or the buzzworthy Bumblebee line. I'm pretty sure Volkswagen Bumblebee is going to come up in that. I think they're re-releasing the 86 Bumblebee, but I don't know. For the Masterpiece toys. Actually, I don't think there's a buzzworthy Bumblebee in his Volkswagen form, like the proper line. I could be wrong. But anyways, so this does transform into the proper Volkswagen. As you can see, I separated the weapons because they look better for Bumblebee. And I really enjoy this thing. If you go back to some of my other videos, I have said that there should not be a War for Cybertron Bumblebee, mostly in Siege, because I feel like a line without Bumblebee would be pretty cool to, see, because Bumblebee has been in mostly everything. And unfortunately, there's a buzzworthy Bumblebee line, and it's like, okay. And we do have that core class Bumblebee in the line as well. So, technically, we already got 2 generations as Bumblebees, if you don't count what's actually in Studio Series. But what I will say is, 1, it's just 1 Bumblebee in the proper War for Cybertron line, aside from that core class one. And 2, it's really good. I think he is probably the best Bumblebee we've gotten in Generations for a while. And that's not saying much, because there's the Thrilling 30 Bumblebee, and then there's the Titan Master Bumblebee, which is fine, but it's not great. I definitely prefer this one. It does still have that back kibble transformation, which I hate, but especially on him, because at the very least with Cliffjumper, it had a hole to attach weapons, so you can kind of do stuff with that, but this is like nothing. The only thing you could really do is prop the giant cannon by transforming it a little bit, and it looks weird. Basically, you have to bring up the arms on the back of the car and then still attach this, and it just looks kind of weird. But otherwise, I mean, he's got the Volkswagen feet, he's got the proper head. I don't want to bring this tab up where the head attaches, because I feel like I'm going to break it, first off. And second, I kind of like that he's a little shorter than Cliffjumper when his head is just tucked like that, so I'll leave it as is. I wish I had the Centurion droid so that I can give him the proper weapon, but otherwise, I mean, I really like this toy. I really do. The alt mode's great. Oh, and I also don't like these little tabs right here on the shoulders. That's probably a proper one to show. Yeah, right there. I don't like those. Not because they really hold the sides, because that they do a pretty good job with. My problem is the fact that when you're transforming it into the alt mode or the robot mode, those tabs have to hook behind, see if I can open this up, hook behind this panel right here that opens inside the chest. And it's so tight, and you're messing with clear plastic that's like, do I really want to do that? But once it's in its alt mode, it's good. Also, the side panels, for some reason, in alt mode, is easier to clip on than Cliffjumpers. I really like this mold. I hope to get Bug Bite and Hubcap. Alright, any other figure you want to ask me about? Studio Series 74, 72 being another B. I don't remember the exact number. Yeah, I feel like that's also an indication that we're going to get more waves in the main line. And I want to buy that Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. However, the reason why I want to hold back is if they're doing the same thing as they did with SS-15, but backwards, where, okay, you have this Bumblebee pack that comes with a bunch of accessories and stuff that you can attach to the car. I'm wondering if they're going to do that in reverse, and with the Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, is that going to come out with a pack with other stuff? Like, are we going to get maybe a Battle Damage Rampage, or Are we going to get a Ravage in that pack? Or, some background or something. Maybe a little Michaela figure. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Earthrise Bumblebee is basically a remold of Cliff. No, you don't say. I wish I got the Thrilling 30 RC. Every time I mention Earthrise RC, they're like, well, you could have got the Thrilling 30. And I'm like, oh, you don't say. You telling me there's a Thrilling 30 RC? I never knew about it, being a Transformers fan for the past 14 years. Are we ever going to get SS Skids and Mudflap? I don't know. I feel like we should. I mean, we got the RC triplets, so why don't we have Skids and Mudflap? At least in their ice cream forms? Strafe would be nice. Best wishes to your family. Thank you. What's your favorite version of Warpath Hasbro has made? I like the original Generations toy. I think that's the best one. I mean, what's the competition? I mean, I like the G1, but the competition with Generations is mostly the Megatron remold and then there's also, the new Kingdom one, but I don't have that Kingdom one because my stores suck. I'm hoping to buy a good amount of Transformers soon because my stores have slacked, and then I find online stores that actually have a couple of good things. Not a lot. They don't have most of Earthrise. They don't have Alicon. They don't have Sunstreaker, which sucks because I wanted to get Sunstreaker because I got the Sideswipe. Do you think we'll get a Generation Select Skullbug? I hope. There is a rumor going around that we're getting a Shattered Glass lineup of toys. And I hope that's true. Because one of the things they said is a Shattered Glass Goldbug. Which, if that's any indication, that kind of tells me that if we are getting that, we might get a proper Goldbug. Because, how can you do a Shattered Glass Goldbug and not a proper one? Because I believe the Shattered Glass one is in that black and gold color scheme. And then the actual proper Goldbug is, well, gold. There it is. There's Striker in her tank mode. This is a custom from 01 Transfan, based on one of my Digibashes, and he sent that to me. It is the Combiner Wars Warpath mold. And he did a pretty good job with it, too. I have $30. What should I get? Well, that depends. What are the options? I haven't done a gold bug since I think it was Goldfire. And it was the Thrilling 30 one. God, why are we talking about Thrilling 30 so much in this? I should retitle this live stream because we're just talking about Transformers now. Probably just going to retitle this live stream. Let me do that quickly. See if I can. Okay. January 14th, 2020. There. Maybe that's better. Alright. Although I guess we don't have to put talking about, because I guess it's implied it's a live stream. Okay. Sorry about that. Prime versus Prime? Is he here? I'd be really surprised if Prime versus Prime is here. Let's see. Alright. Oh, and here's the robot mode, by the way. He even painted the mouth on that. which I thought was pretty cool. I should put some proper images up so that everyone can see it. But, not right now. Very cool repaint. Oh, here's another thing I could talk about. Here's something that's super annoying. These two. Why are they annoying? It's not the figures themselves. I like the figures themselves. I'm trying to prop them properly on the video. It's not the figures themselves. They're cool. But I went to Toys R Us, which apparently in Canada, Toys R Us, which yes, does still exist, has the clones, the Decepticon clone 2-pack. And I thought, oh, cool, I'll go there and check it out because I haven't been to Toys R Us in I don't know how long. They had none. They didn't even have the Seeker 2-pack. You know what they had for Earthrise? RC and Snapdragon. That's it. So that was kind of pathetic. And I'm really hoping that I can somehow get the Decepticon clones. Let's see. I'm completely sold on anything SS after, or it has to offer on a Jolt or DevCon. Yeah, DevCon would be kind of cool to just randomly do. I can kind of see that being remolded from Overload. I don't know if that's just me. Like, some of the components, it would have to be kind of like what they did with Jetfire and the X-Men thing. No. I got the new Buzzworthy Core Class B. It's quite good. I have one problem, which is the arms always pop off when you transform it. Yeah, those arms look terrible. Is Snapdragon a bad figure? So, I thought he was going to be. No, he's really not. The one problem that I have with it is the elbows. They don't bend too far. I mean, the alt modes, if you don't like them, you don't like them. I understand that. But I don't mind it because there's a charm to it, like a classic charm to it. If it was a new adaptation of Snapdragon, not just trying to remake the Generation 1 version, then maybe they could do something else with it. But considering that we've never had a proper Snapdragon in Generations, I don't mind. Especially considering it's got the Titan gimmick. I mean, when I was talking about Combiner Wars and how that got old with the Volcanicus reissue, is they're just repurposing the same molds over and over again, and it got annoying. But for this, I mean, the whole robot's a new mold. Even the Titan Master is a new mold. But it's a proper thing. Because it's a new character. And it properly uses the Titan Master gimmick. It's not like Mirage or... oh, that's a bad example because that was in Combiner Wars. But it's not like... Top Spin, Twin Twist, Hot Rod, Cup, or whoever else that never had a Titan Master gimmick, and then they were like, oh, let's just slap them on. Why? I've got the Autobot clones. Very nice. I'm looking for the Decepticon ones. What do you think they'll do about his electric whip weapons? I feel like it's just going to be a parts forming thing. Well, not parts forming, but like, it's not going to incorporate well into the alt mode. They're just going to slap it on somewhere. There's like something in my teeth. Okay, got it out. Sorry about that. Are we going to get an animated anniversary line for next year in the 15th anniversary? I don't know. I feel like if anything, it'd be the 20th anniversary. But I would like to see more animated come out. I would like to see Lugnut. What do you think about Earthrise Thrust? I think it should be out here by now. Getting really tired of that. Same thing with Runabout. And you know how Prime vs. Prime is early. I'm not even going to get into that. I have a question. What Kingdom figures do you plan to pick up from Wave 1 and 2? Okay, so obviously the Beast Wars characters. You know, Rat Trap, Black Arachnia, Cheetor, Megatron, Optimus Primal, Dinobot. Trying to think of who else was in there. Air-Razor. You know, obviously those characters. And then you know, I kind of want Inferno, but he's not the number one choice for me. I don't care for the Ultra Magnus. I got the Siege 1. I mean, the new one would be nice to put in the 86 crew, but it's not something that's really concerning for me. God, what else is there? I want to get the Warpath, because I'm a huge Warpath fan. The core class Vertebrake is okay. Might be nice to get, but not really anything that I feel I have to get. Same thing with the Optimus, Megatron, and Starscream. Less so for those. I kind of want to get Paleotrex. I don't know. What else? I definitely want to get Cyclonus. I want to get the Optimus Prime, the leader one, because I missed out on Earthrise. So I want to get that mold. What else is there? Hopper, yes. I want to get that figure. And then Ractonite. Yeah, he's kind of cool. I might try him out. What else is there? Voyager class, leader. I think that's mostly everything. I'm really liking the Kingdom Magnus. Looks promising. Yeah, it's just, I got the Siege 1, and also the Earth elements don't really blend too well with the toy. Especially when you look at the core Magnus figure, and you look at the chest, it's just, it doesn't work with the toy. Haven't gotten Earthrise Starscream yet. I like him. Rhinox is supposed to come out in Wave 3. Yep, and I think Tigatron as well. Either Wave 3 or Wave 4. I don't know if they're going to do the Siege thing where they're going to split it off like Thundercracker and his supposed wave mate that they just split off. Do you want to collect the new Jazzware Halo Spartan collection? I want to get a few of them. I want to get the Gungnir. I want to get maybe a meal, but I don't know. I don't feel like I have to get them. At least for the Spartan collection. The smaller Jazzware figures, those look interesting. I want to get the... Oh, and I want to get the white Spartan from both lines. So... Oh, and that aerosol with the scorpion skin, or the what did they call it? The scorpion paint job, whatever they call the new skins now. Waspinator, yep, that's a cool one. Apparently they're going to do Tarantulas, and that was a last minute thing. Oh, I want to get Jazz. I want to get Studio Series 86 Jazz. The reason why I point that one out is because, I mean, he's not the number one figure that I want. I want the Hot Rod and the Scourge. But the reason why I'm talking about Jazz is I've got War for Cybertron versions of Optimus, Ironhide, Ratchet, and now Bumblebee. If I get Jazz, that's the first movie crew. Dinobot 2. I feel like they're going to do those maybe after Kingdom. And I'm hoping they do, because there is a rumor going around that they're just going to mix up stuff. It's not going to be anything specific. It's going to be like old generations. And I am really hoping for that. I know someone told me, no, they can't do that. They got to make themes. Why? I mean, for the past, how many years we've had themes for these Transformers toys, and then these certain figures get wrapped up into it, and... You know, it's annoying as hell, because here's an Optimus Prime Voyager class toy that, you know, has a Combiner gimmick, and then a Titan gimmick, and then finally we get the Siege, and then the Earthrise one, and it's like, how about we settle on the Earthrise one and not have another Optimus Prime wrapped up in another gimmick that they have to kind of incorporate with. And then they keep mixing characters. Like, the one thing I'll say about Kingdom, even though I feel like they should all be Beast Wars-esque, is at the very same time, they're not forcing any of the characters to have that gimmick. I mean, they do have that weapon gimmick for the most part. They kind of left some of that out for some of the figures, but, you know, because you notice that some of the portholes are missing on some of the toys. But as far as the whole theme of, you know, Beast-esque toys, they don't try to make Optimus Prime into a beast, or Megatron, other than, you know, obviously the Tyrannosaurus Rex Megatron, but the Siege version of Megatron or Earthrise, they don't try to force it in. Or Starscream, or RC, or Bumblebee, they don't try to make some sort of funny, interesting beast form. I mean, they kind of get thrown into it with the bones that they could add onto it, but I mean, that's pretty much it. And that's kind of a continuation from another gimmick already. So it's not like Titans Returns where, oh, everything's got to be a headmaster. But I kind of want to see them go back to just doing whatever. Because if they go back to doing whatever, then they're not forced to do anything, or they're not, you know, they don't have to settle on one thing. I feel like the Optimus Prime, the Galaxy upgrade, and then the Hotshot was a perfect example of, you know, the idea that you can incorporate different characters from different storylines or different eras or different years, and it still works because it's all generations, and it should be generations, you know? And I want to see that again, because, I mean, you know, you might like a lot of the... I like the fact that we got Headmasters and Combiners and Beast Wars, but if you think back to what we had with the older generations, we had Thunderwing, we had Sky Shadow, we had Rat Trap, we had Rhinox and Tankor at the same time. We had, and even with the Classics, Universe Classics stuff, we had Cheetor, Dinobot, you know, so we had some Beast Wars characters, but we had, if I didn't say Brainstorm, Armada Starscream, Armada Megatron. Who else did we have in old generations? I can't think too much, but yeah, we had all these different characters being thrown in. Why don't we go back to that? Why don't we just go back to having anything? Because even if you look at with the Siege and Earthrise stuff, it kind of did that too, and still followed through with you know, having the Titan Master gimmicks and Combiner Wars gimmicks. So what I'd like to see for future toys is, you know, they still have that good quality that came from Siege and some of Earthrise, and hopefully for Kingdom. They keep the gimmick of the weaponizer ports and the waist articulation and the foot tilt. They continue that to future toys, and they make them look like Generation 1 as characters, because if they do fresh molds like that, they do pretty decent with them. And, you know, continue off of that, but just do it in the way that old generations did. Animated would be cool. We got Reveal the Shield's Lugnut. Skybite as well. Yeah, we got a Generation Skybite. Hell, they have the name for Skybite. We got that in Cyberverse. Why don't we throw him in again? I don't know, just my personal opinion on it. Alright. Is it bad to think Earthrise Optimus is bad for a leader class figure when you expect a super mode? I mean, I don't expect a super mode out of it, but I expect a roller. Should have came with that. Okay, any more questions about the toys that I've got here? Studio Series Soundwave, the Revenge of the Fallen version. Studio Series Top Spin, Studio Series Mixmaster, Gigawatt, Biosphere Twins clones, so the Autobot Clone 2-pack, the Striker Custom, Bumblebee Netflix, Soundwave Netflix, Earthrise Run Amok, RC, and Snapdragon. Any questions regarding those and my opinions on them? We should get obscure, underrated characters. Yes. I want to see some modern minicons from Armada. Yeah, they should have done that. Because they had the Micromasters that incorporated with some of the figures. They could have just done that. Nope. I am so pissed off that I haven't been able to find the clones. Or the Decepticon clones. I just can't help thinking about that. I like those two, but they feel really out of place without them. Ricochet. They should do maybe a Selects Ricochet at some point. Because, I mean, that was the first Selects figure was a... I think it was a Ricochet. If not, it was something else before it, I think. But I believe it was Ricochet and Swoop that were the first two. Do you love Gigawatt or Gigawatt? Aesthetically or nostalgically? Well, obviously nostalgically. It's more of like a novelty piece because, I mean, you got a Transformer that transforms into the Back to the Future DeLorean. I mean, obviously that's going to be good. Obviously that's going to sell. And it's the same thing with the Ectotron. But I also feel like sometimes they don't know what to cross over with that will get people excited. Because there's also the Top Gun plane. And, I mean, that looks okay. It's mostly gray, but it looks okay. The transformation looks cool. The aesthetic looks nice. But I don't know how many people are so into Top Gun that this is going to thrill them. But that's just me. You know, obviously it's gonna excite someone. But then there's also the X-Men one, which when I heard it, I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. But then I saw it and I was like, that's actually pretty good. But I don't want them to do crossovers just because either they have the license or they want to promote a line and another line. You know, do the DeLorean, do the Ecto one, you know, because that's something nostalgic that people do recognize. You know, those are classic vehicles. You know, if you do Kit from Knight Rider or the A-Team van, people are gonna get excited for that. And I love the Gigawatt. I'm gonna say Gigawatt. I know people say, "Oh, it's Gigawatt." I don't care. I love this figure. I love the dates on the chest. I love the flux capacitor. I pretty much love everything about this, except I feel he should be a little bit taller to go up with the Ecto one. And I don't like the Mr. Fusion in the alt mode because it pops off way too easily. Also, this hook piece is really warped, but everything else I really do like. I even like how the door wings open up. I think that's a really nice touch. He's got a lot of good paint applications all over this thing. Like, no wonder it's expensive. There's a lot going on. But, yeah, there's also no paint on the lower legs here, though. Like, it's painted all over on the back there, but you get to the front and it's just all gray. There should have been something there, because you got a lot of paint, or molded detail, but nothing is painted. It's also funny, too, because when I went to Toys R Us, they had about 20 Ecto ones, Gigawatts there. '86 Brawn and Gears. That'd be cool. But, I mean, we also got Generations, so they could put it in those two. Looks to have Siege Sideswipes transformation. It does, for the most part. There are certain things that you do have to keep an eye on, because I have 3 versions of the Siege Sideswipe already, and I'm so used to the transformation, but I don't always remember that the difference with Gigawatt is obviously the chest transformation, and then he's also got these little tabs on the back of the shoulders that you have to remember, and I don't want to break those off. Alright, any other questions about any other figure? Power of the Prime's Grimlock, or Gimmick. Oh, I read that as Grimlock. Star Saber. Should have got a toy by now. Oh, and that's what I was getting at with the Beast Wars. So, they're doing Season 1 characters right now for Kingdom. The rumor had said that, oh, we could get other seasons of Beast Wars characters, and I'm hoping we do. Because Black Arachnia needs a certain character to come along in the series. Power of the Prime's Alita. Yeah, I kind of want the new Alita one, but I don't know. I just feel like she looks proper, and that's about it. But the Earthrise RC really ruined it for me, so... How hard does the SS ROTF Soundwave suck? Not as bad as I thought it was going to. Oh, and also, another thing about the stand is that the whole thing rotates on the base. But there's no point to it, because the base is just this rectangular thing. I guess it's for weight distribution, but if you got it in a satellite mode, there's really no point to it. It just stands there. That's fine. Shouldn't Kingdom be core class to go with Earthrise character? No. No. I get the idea of that because, you know, here's like the original series had those characters being really small, and I kind of get that. But as far as the actual toy line is concerned, no, I don't want that. Do you think they'll make Beast Machines figures in the line? If they continue after Kingdom to make Beast Wars characters and they just do whatever, yes. But in Kingdom, no. Star Saber would be good as a Commander class figure. Yeah. Studio Series Barricade from the last night. Yeah, I keep waiting for that, I guess. I don't feel like that's going to be out anytime soon, but I don't know. Maybe Buzzworthy Bumblebee will have it, but I don't think so. Would Human Alliance would be featured again in future TF content? I mean, there's the game, but I don't know. I mean, we've seen names come up again constantly, so I don't know. I feel like Core Class was also a name from a while back, but I can't remember anything. Marvel Legends Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Gwen. Oh. Was Star Saber that big? I don't know, but compare that to current leader class figures and yeah, it doesn't really work out. Do you think the live action franchise is dead? Well, I think for the Michael Bay movies, for him directing them, yes, but I don't think the movies in general are dead. I wouldn't mind that. I kind of find it weird that we have not seen that Scorn the Last Night mold be repurposed into Studio Series, because that seems like the perfect figure to do so. It's an updated version of the original Scorn. All they have to do is touch up the color scheme, and it would have been fine. But no, apparently they don't want to do that. And it's like the perfect opportunity for you guys to do so, but nope. Human characters, allies in future Transformers series. Yeah, I am curious what they're doing with that, because we haven't really seen human characters in Transformers, or at least, you know, main cast characters in a while. The last time was Russell with his dad, and that was it. That was with Robots in Disguise. So I don't know what they're doing with that. I like the fact that we're focused on Transformers. Oh, and I forgot Charlie from Bumblebee movie. I'm glad that we're focused on Transformers now, but you know, the actual characters, because I feel like we should be. But I also feel like we're kind of missing that Earth element to the shows now. Because, I mean, it's cool that we're seeing more of Cybertron and its stories, but, you know, a big part of Transformers is they're aliens and they came to Earth, and we haven't really been seeing much of that. We saw that kind of in Cyberverse, but we didn't really see much of what goes on with Earth and how they react to it so much. The peg on the little extra bit for my Netflix Bumblebee just snapped. I don't know what peg you're talking about, though. If you're talking about the head, yeah, I don't really pop that out. Do you think Hasbro will run out of ideas for Transformers franchises? No. Well, I mean, maybe eventually, but I feel like they should also kind of make more new characters, like the Lockdown. It seems that every time they have a new character idea, most of the time it's based around an animal or something weird. And it's like, no, just make a decent character like Lockdown or Tarn or Lugnut, you know? Those characters are really favorited. Not so much, I don't know, I guess Hammerbite. Because I feel like no one's going to remember Hammerbite in a year. You know, Hammerbite's not really a big character in the show, and I just feel like he's going to be forgotten at some point. Lockdown was cool until Cyberverse decided, oh, let's make him a clumsy little drone Decepticon guy. And it's like, okay, you do know who Lockdown is. You could have made this any other character, but no, you decided to go for Lockdown. I did hear about Skuld. It is a new character that I saw. His design looks like some of the concepts that we saw previously. And I don't think it's a brand new character. I think Skuld has been done before. No, Skuld is a new character. But he does look very familiar to some of those other Transformers toys. Some dude is trying to video chat with me on Messenger while I'm typing to get dressed. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Oh, God. Would anyone be interested in Generations Wild Wheel? Kinda. But again, that's another character that I'm sure is going to be forgotten. Although Wild Wheel, I feel like he has a little bit more to him, and I feel like they could do a story. If they wanted to do an IDW comic series with Wild Wheel, where it's like the Mandalorian, please? Alright. Any other character that I want to talk about? Because no one's asking. Or at least I missed them. Run Amok. Talk about Run Amok. I like Run Amok a lot. But my problems with him is a certain transformation joint with the backpack that is a little too tight. And the chest scrapes the ground when you're driving him around. And I'm worried about that because I feel like the paint's going to chip. Other than that, man, I really like this thing. And I want to get Runabout if Toys R Us or some store would put him out. Earthrise RC. Don't buy it. And people wonder why I don't like the design of RC. This is so outdated that they need to stop doing it. I like the animated design of RC, and I feel like if they incorporated something like that, it would be fine. Even the original Generations RC was okay. But the idea of making this very flesh robot design by slapping the car on the back, I don't usually go after, talking about parts forming. I don't like the clef jumper thing, but otherwise, I mean, if it's a key component or it's on the original toy, then whatever. I don't even mind shell formers, but at least do something interesting with it. This is not interesting. In fact, they pretty much imply or insist that you take it off and put it off to the side because they couldn't bother with it. I hate the legs. They're so weak. I hate the transformation because even though it's barely a transformation, it's so fiddly. Every time I try to transform that thing, the backpack pops off. And it's so difficult to hook back on. I don't know why. Like, it's so tricky to get the tab in. The one side, oh, that slips in just fine. But you try to put it in the other side, and you have to turn it. You have to twist it in a certain way, and it's just awful. Everything about the toy I hate. The only thing I remotely even kind of like, I guess, is the gun. But even then, like, she's just got a tiny little pistol thing, and it's stupid. You can plug it on the butt for some reason. So at least it's got weapon storage. You can't even do the cog thing where in the show she uses them as the back weapons. You can't even do that with the figure. It's just bad. It is so bad. It is everything that shouldn't be done. Like, when Siege came out, okay, the toy line was really cool, and it won me over, and I liked the quality, I liked the paint details and everything about it, I liked what they were doing, and they were going outside the box with some of the designs because they could go Cybertronian, and I was fine with that. And then RC happens, and like, it just completely is everything that it shouldn't be. That figure should not have been made. I'm glad. Part of me is glad that they did that toy as well, because now that we have an RC that looks like the G1 Classic RC, we can push that off and never do it again. Because I don't want that again. I genuinely do not like that toy. Let's look at something better. Top spin. Needs more white and yellow in the robot mode. But that's about it. I really like this thing. He's probably my favorite wrecker. I mean, I like the Leadfoot, like the toy-wise. My favorite wrecker was Roadbuster. But I like the Leadfoot. It's a little fiddly in the transformation, but there's certain things that seem to pop off. Actually, Leadfoot is probably better than this. But I kind of like what they're going for. It. The transformation doesn't feel like I'm going to break anything. And that's a plus with recent figures. So, yeah, I like Topspin. And Mixmaster is this really weird guy, but I kind of like him. I like how long he is. I wish there were more joints in the arms, but I guess because they need to secure it for the head mode, it's fine. Um, yeah, he's got quite a bit of a backpack, but you know why. You kind of understand it. Um, I mean, it's there, but I feel like you have to forgive certain things about these Studio Series Constructicons because they have to incorporate another mode. Oh, that reminds me. I talked about triple changers recently, and I can't remember what triple changer I talked about. Oh, it was the Shatter and Dropkick, and I was talking about how it would be really hard for them, and probably out of budget, for them to do deluxe versions of Shatter and Dropkick as all three modes. And someone told me, oh, what if they make them as Voyagers? I don't think they would work out as Voyagers either. I get the budget they would have, but for the scale, they would have to be kind of relatively the same as they are now. And I just don't feel like if they're a Voyager class, it's to put in the budget to make the transformation work, and I don't feel like it's going to work for a Hasbro toy. I really don't. But someone bitched me out saying that, oh, well, the Constructicons have 3 modes, and they work just fine. And it's like, okay, look at how they transform, let's say, for example, the Scrapper figure. Or not the Scrapper, the Scrap Metal. Okay, so you've got the arms that come out, and then the shovel, and then a hinge. Not really much of a transformation compared to a robot, car, and a jet, a Harrier jet. Or a robot, a muscle car, and a small helicopter. It's kind of different things going on at once. And then I guess the closest example would be Scavenger, but you look at Scavenger's alt mode and it looks like shit. So, because they had to make sacrifices for that toy to work. You know? Kind of tricky for them. And even then, Devastator doesn't look good, but it's a marvel to look at because they put so much effort into it. But it still looks like shit. That's why I have them all in their separate robot modes. Also, because I like having the separate robot modes. I like the little Constructicons. And then also I have the Supreme Class Revenge of the Fallen Devastator. So it's like, I don't really need Devastator filling up my shelf space when I could just have the Constructicons. Even though now everything is all spread out. I mean, I like Devastator. Don't get me wrong. I like Devastator. But he looks ugly as hell. I'm sorry for your friend. Thank you. Netflix Optimus for 17 bucks. Damn! I heard some people were getting the blaster for more than $1. The classics version. Oh, I didn't even think of this. They could do a Studio Series 86 blaster. Oh, I didn't think of that. Speaking of RC, I might get the upcoming Flame Toys version of RC instead. Thanks, Brian. Already planning to get it if I get the chance anyways. That's good. It looks nice, despite apparently what people think I said or meant. By the way, I'm going to check something quickly. Okay. Yeah. Nothing came up. Okay. Or not much came up. No, they're probably not going to do Megatron in his, well, blaster mode. Let's just say blaster. They're probably not going to do it, and if they do, it's going to be Cybertronian. I'm sorry to say. People keep asking for it, but they haven't done it, and I wonder why. The Buzzworthy Bumblebee is the most confusing subline I've seen in a while. Yeah, I was thinking about getting those, though, with the Studio Series, because I missed out on a lot of those figures. Actually, I missed out on every single deluxe class toy that they put in so far, so that's kind of funny. But I saw the price for them, and apparently Toys R Us is asking $36 to $37 for them, and I'm like, no, piss off. And the reason why I say piss off is because the original ones that have no changes whatsoever, it's just the package, came out as $30 out here. And that's already expensive. So 36 going to 37 bucks. Yeah, you could piss off with that. I despise MPRC. Again, I'm glad that they made it so that we could just move on with that. Left arm on my SS topspin move, so I can't transform it with the rest of him. Yeah, they really need to step up their quality control. World War II Bumblebee isn't worth $37 exactly. The card Shatter? Why the hell would I pay that? I saw that on Amazon for about the same price from a scalper. I could have just bought it from that. I hope they re-release SS Blitzwing. Yeah, I'm so upset with myself that I didn't jump the gun on SS Blitzwing. Like, so upset. I really wish I did. Do you like Grapple from Earthrise? Yes, I do. I really do. Of course, you gotta watch out for the peg situation, but mine was fine. They released the car mode Shatter. Yeah, I have no idea why, but it's one figure that I missed, so... I'm only in for one of the Buzzworthy, the one with Spike to make a custom bumper. I've been trying to get Transformers for a while. You're in the wrong place! Oh, I've got a G1 Shockwave statue. That's nice. I got the original G1 Shockwave. I tried my hardest to get the Bumblebee Blitzwing, but I think I missed out on him. Yep, same. What store are you planning getting TF figures in retail? If you're asking what store I usually get them at, it's Walmart, Toys R Us, and Amazon, as well as other various places. But I'm looking to expanding that because... And even when I was looking to expanding that, it wasn't really much to go off of. Yeah, I heard animated Bumblebee would be in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, and I'm hoping he is, because that'd be a nice one to put in. And hopefully that trails off to doing more animated stuff in Generations. Totally agree with you on Earthrise RC, but I will say that you can attach cog, but it took me through 3 cog figures of mine to make it work. Well, I'm not using 3 cogs. I've got 2 of that mold, cog and Aragon. I don't need more than 2 if they're not gonna repaint it. Chromia kind of blew up at the end of Earthrise. You have been spoiled. Gee, thanks for that. Even though I've seen it and it's been out for quite a while, so. Also, I don't think she did. I think, yeah, pretty much everyone, you could say, got blown up. I guess I'll leave now. Okay. I'd pay $30 for an animated Bumblebee. Yeah, I probably would. So I didn't buy it. Well, it's not the original Blitzwing, so I think that's the reason why. No, I mean the tabs on the back of her backpack and the 3 tabs on cog did not match up. Went through 3 before I had 2 matching tabs to connect. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you could attach 3 cogs, make huge boots for her or something. But that would insist that I would attach cog to this figure, and I don't want to because she sucks. I'm sorry that I'm being very vocal on that toy, but it's really bad. Do you think there will be an SSH6 Constructicons Devastator a few years down the road? I don't think so. I think they're doing 86 Studio Series for special occasions like Grimlock. Even though that's kind of weird, and the Dinobots, I guess they had you know, some part in the show, and I guess Jazz did too. But even then, those feel like kind of a stretch. But I think they're going to mostly focus on characters that were throughout the show or throughout the movie. More so like Blur, Hot Rod, Cup. I want to see Wreck Guard at some point. So. Would you prefer the buzzworthy Bumblebee World War II-B, or would you be okay with one that someone is selling, but it comes without the box, but has the weapons, and I'm not sure about the instructions? Yeah, I don't mind. Honestly, the box and instructions don't really bother me. I don't need all the packages and whatnot for all the Transformers toys. Honestly, if people had sent Transformers and stuff, and Halo stuff. Well, I guess less so for Halo, because unless it's the figures, for the actual box sets, I would prefer having the box, just because it's better to ship that way, I guess. But if it makes the shipping cheaper for certain things, then if you want to remove the box, go ahead. I mean, I would like to have the box, but at the same time, I'm just gonna put it to the side, so it's not anything I'm gonna miss out on. Do you think we'll get Snarl in the 86 line? Well, there's a rumor that they're doing all the Dinobots, but right now we got Grimlock. I'm not sure how far we would go with that. Oh, Perceptor, yep, we should have that. I said Blaster earlier. I just got here. Hi, Chris! While they're minting bucks, you still gotta dust it. Okay. Isn't Dr. Smooth doing the new Transformers thing? Jeez. Ugh. What about 86 Ultra Magnus? They're doing the Kingdom one. If they're doing a Kingdom one, they're not going to do a Studio Series 86 one. It's the same thing with Cyclonus. Apparently, Galvatron's going to be in the Kingdom line. If they're doing it in that, they're not going to do it in Studio Series because there's no point. You would just get the same thing. Oh, shit, please. I'm just looking around on notifications to see what's going on. Oh, tonight is WandaVision, by the way. Yeah. So, at least that's something to be excited for. Oh, I do have something else to talk about. Actually, I'll talk about it right now. It's not bad, so that's a good thing. I've been doing content on another channel, though, because I've been into it. While I've been saying I wanted to break from doing content on this channel, I've been doing Halo stuff because I kind of find it a little more relaxing than my usual Canadian reviewer stuff, because I feel like I have a lot to do with those, a lot to compile, and I'm probably going to change up a few things in the future to make it easier for myself. But with the Halo stuff, a lot of them are just tiny little figures that you could just quickly talk about. Like, even in some of the big box sets, I just have like 2 paragraphs to say for a Halo figure, and that's it, because I've already talked about Halo figures for quite a while. It's not really worth talking about, oh, here's all the articulation and joints and whatnot, and blah, blah, blah. So, it's so much easier for me to do those, and then I just, film the lines, and I put the pictures on, and then that's it. I pretty much upload or compile the clips and then upload. So in that sense, a lot of them have just been so much easier for me, and it's kept me occupied to some degree. So if you want to check those out, I will post my channel name. I won't link it right now. But if you guys want to check it out, there's the username for the channel, and it's probably in the description as well. Could have just looked at that. But if you want to check out the Halo Mega Constructs reviews, I'm actually sponsored by a Facebook group right now, or a Facebook group has been sponsoring me. I will try to get their link, and I'll actually post that one because it's going to be so much easier if I do that. Okay, I found it. Let's see. Here it is. You're subbed already? Okay, cool. But you don't have to sub. You don't. If you don't want to do that stuff, then that's fine. I understand. But I figured I might as well mention it. And that Facebook group has been sending me certain figures to review, and I've reviewed pretty much everything that they sent. The only thing is a custom hunter, and I'm not sure how I would do that. But they have sent me. I've got the boxes for them still here. They have sent me, this is Fireteam Castle. They have sent me a Halo Heroes, what is this, the Master Chief Overshield. And they have sent me a UNSC Woodland Gungoose. So, all awesome stuff. I know most of you aren't Halo fans, and I get that, but just wanted to bring that up, and then there. So, no, I don't play Halo Infinite because the game's not out. And I don't think I would anyways. I need to make a Facebook account. Again, that's solely up to you, you know. You don't have to if you don't want to. Raccoon, I think he was just... He didn't actually have news. He was just telling you something. I saw the unboxing. Cool. Thank you. On top of getting you and me a skirmisher set, I now have to get River 1, 2. Oh, no! Yeah. I don't know if that set is easy to come by as well, so you're pretty lucky on finding that. Congratulations, TFan Page 111. You know, originally I used to think your other channel's name was Toad of Ultimate Doom. Then I realized it was Toa, like Bionicle. Yep, I got Dino Brain. Well, a lot of people have actually said that now. I'm noticing that a lot of people who come across my channel are like, Toa Ultimate. Like, I get the Toa part and Toa of would be kind of tricky, but at some point you get to Ultimate Doom and it should be easy to do. But they're like, Ultimate Dome? And it's like, okay, that's the easy part. Have you gotten the Halo Infinite Mega Construct sets? Oh boy! If you notice I haven't been buying a lot of Transformers, it's because my stores suck, and because I've been buying Halo Infinite, I have to admit to that. At least for the Mega Construct sets. I have coming in the rest of the Halo heroes, which are these little figure packs that you actually know what they are, and they have, you know, painted detail. I have coming to me the rest of the mystery packs for the first wave of the mystery line for the minifigure packs. So not as detailed, but still, they're mystery things. I have most of the sets from 2020 on Halo Infinite. The only things I'm missing is the helmet for Master Chief, which I plan on getting, the ring installation, and then the turret takedown, which is a Walmart exclusive. 3 sets. That is it. Other than the Master Chief box set, but I'm not missing much with that. Otherwise, those 3 sets are the last ones of 2020, and then I'm done for that. And then we move on to 2021, and I'm like, oh, now I have to deal with that. Which I do plan on getting the turret takedown as well. I plan on getting those. Did you think 1 figure per month is collector friendly? I guess so. Have you gotten the Halo? Oh, I already read that. Yeah, I got Astro Train there also. Astro Train is awesome. Yeah, we don't have a Ross. We actually do have a Ross, actually. But it's a hardware store, not the same thing. Here's the real question. When are Siege, Ratbat, and Frenzy Rumble of Repack for Kingdom? I want that. What was your reaction to Earthrise? Earthrise, things happened. That's basically my reaction. The pacing is weird, and I don't like the voice for Optimus Prime. I don't mean any disrespect to the voice actor, but when he gets angry, he just sounds like a child. But the pacing is so weird on Earthrise, because I feel like you're either stuck in a place for too long, or things just cut to different things without... Yeah, you know, it just kind of feels rushed for some reason. Like, it's so weird, because you're spending too much time in one area, and then the next they cut away too fast. Like, most of the beginning of Earthrise is, oh, the Decepticons have to make their ship, and then all of a sudden they're there with the Autobots, and it's like, okay, I feel like there's something in the middle that I'm missing here. So, not really the best, but not the worst show. Toad of Ultimatums. That Warthog set is so damn cool. Yeah, it is. I love that Warthog. I really like the combat units that I got. The UNSC and the Mercenary one. I once got a Dark of the Moon Soundwave from a Bionicle bundle on eBay. Wow. I still have Bionicle. I love Bionicle. I want to collect as many as I can, because I've got a ton of them on the side here. I can't really show you. Well, I guess I can show you that part. But it goes all the way down. There's like 5 levels of Bionicle there. And then over here, I've got 2 levels of the Gen 2 Bionicle. And then my mocks are right here. Hero Factory's up there. But on top is 2001 to 2003. Then 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. All that is 1 year, 2008, because I got some big ones. And then 2009 to 2010, because it was just the stars. So, yeah, quite a lot. Um, I want more. I want more. Yeah, I'm glad someone else pointed out the voice crack. I kept mentioning the voice crack, and everyone's like, oh, "What are you talking about?" Or they just pass it off. No, the voice crack drove me nuts, and I was just thinking, do you want to do another take on that? Again, no disrespect to the voice actor, but I don't see it as Optimus Prime. I think the voice actor did another character in the show, but he did a good job at it. I can't remember what it was. The voice for Megatron, when he did Galvatron, for some reason, I know this is weird, he fits for Rhinox. He's got the mannerisms down for Rhinox, if you notice. Because if you put Galvatron's voice over Decepticon or Predacon Rhinox when he was going evil, or Tankor, it sounds like Rhinox. I bought the Spy Patrol 3rd unit. I wish I got that. G1 DevCon. That'd be cool. He sounds like he's putting on a voice rather than doing a voice. Yeah, it just feels like he stopped doing Optimus Prime and just did someone who's angry. Yeah, more fast-paced with the transformation. I mean, you see that transformation with Optimus Prime, where even in robot mode, his parts are still shifting, and then Earthrise, there's barely any transformation. They got a younger voice actor because Optimus is younger. Yeah, I kind of get that. Oh, you know what? Here's another thing with Earthrise and Siege. I don't know if they're gonna fix this in Kingdom, and someone's gonna disagree with me. Oh, I will not be ignored, Brian. Missing your signature. That's kind of weird, Dakota. And feel free to argue with me, because maybe I missed something. What the hell's the point of the Matrix? Because, I mean, there's certain power to it, I guess. I mean, he could summon Omega Supreme, I guess. And, well, maybe. And, it helped them in one scene throughout the show. But I feel like the show entirely misses the point of the Matrix of leadership. Because you notice Optimus Prime is kind of a dumbass in parts of the show. I get that he's trying to figure himself out, but he's making a lot of wrong choices. Isn't the Matrix of leadership supposed to have the knowledge of the Primes before it? Why is Optimus a dumbass? He at no point does he question the Matrix of leadership. He questions having the Matrix of leadership. Because now he has this role of leader. Okay, cool. But what does the Matrix do? The Matrix is a MacGuffin used when needed and does it all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like there's a point where Skylynx is like, you got to look into yourself, look deep, otherwise blah 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 blah. And okay, cool. Where's the knowledge of the Primes? Yeah, what the hell was the Alpha Trion Protocol? Just giving Bumblebee something to do or a reason to come back? Because it literally did nothing. Except the Decepticons had this advantage where they did something and had a virus, but even then I don't get what the hell's going on. It is so bad that the Alphatron protocol, whatever the hell that was, is more of the Prime, or is more of a Matrix than the Matrix. Like, the Alphatron protocol should have been the one that beamed them out of whatever system. Not talk to Bumblebee about, I don't know, feelings and stuff. Transformers shows haven't been the same since Prime. Yeah, why is Prime bad all of a sudden? I remember people praising Transformers Prime. I love Transformers Prime, and then now all of a sudden, you've got to hate it. Sorry, I'm just reading some things people are saying about me. Good things. Yeah, kind of needed to hear some of that because you know, with earlier in the stream talking about my parents and my uncle and Scott, obviously. So, yeah, just a lot going on right now. I already talked about it. I don't want to go back on it. I think people are just pissy because too many people are simping hot mommy RC. Yeah, also, like, okay, we couldn't get RC to transform or Bumblebee. We have toys for them. Bumblebee I kind of get if Bumblebee was a last minute choice because they have the cliff jumper and they didn't really intend on doing it, or maybe they didn't have the design, or maybe they weren't sure if they could get the license for Volkswagen, or they couldn't get the Volkswagen for the show. So in the case of Bumblebee, I kind of get it, and I think it has something to do with the license. RC has a toy. And nobody give me the excuse, well, Wheeljack, or not Wheeljack. Well, maybe they didn't get the alt mode. They got the design properly for Wheeljack, so why didn't they get it for RC? Maybe it's because they thought they would do more with Wheeljack because of what happened with the fan vote. They were expecting Wheeljack to win, but I don't know. RC should have been able to transform, and I don't know why she doesn't. Kind of want her to have her hoverboard in the show so that at least she has it. Where are you, Bug Bite? I really hate this ugly fellow that looks like me. God, I love this Bumblebee. Thank you, Dakota. I love this Bumblebee. He's really fun. He's a chubby little guy, and he's a lot better than the Titans Returns, and, oh, yeah, and that old Legends toy. I forgot about that one. Yeah, he's a lot better than that. It's funny, the only one, Bumblebee that came out in Generations that was a bigger size than a Legends toy is the Thrilling 30 Deluxe. No other Generations Bumblebee unless you count, like, oh, here's the Movieverse Studio Series Bumblebee, and it's in Generations, unless you count that. No, like, Generations Classic Bumblebee or IDW Bumblebee has been taller than this, except for one other figure. Obviously the repaint, but whatever. Oh, the classics! Yeah, the classics. So I guess no one has been bigger than that. It's funny you mentioned that. I have the classics mold, so I should have been able to remember that one. Don't forget about Netflix Soundwave. I love that thing too. Anyone else, do you have that problem with the shoulder where it's super tight to come out? Like, I feel like I'm gonna snap this every time. And I don't get why it's like that. I don't like that. When you bring them out, it's just so tight. And it's only at that one point. Everything else is fine about that toy. Netflix Soundwave shouldn't be in the Netflix line? I don't see why not. You get the toy and it's released, so I don't really see the problem with it. If it was an Earthrise, it'd be no different. At least it comes with Laserbeak and Ravage. I never got the Warfare Cybertron Bumblebee. I do have the Cliff Jumper. JC, and for a lot of people as well, look up the definition of Earthrise. And that's not me trying to sound like Dick. But if you look up the definition for Earthrise, it actually does fit. My problem is that there should have been an episode where they were on Earth and had their alt modes changed, but then again, if they're going into Kingdom like that, I guess it doesn't make sense. Oh. Just replying to people. Dakota, I will get back to our Facebook chat in a minute. Obviously, I'm doing something. Earthrise is like a sunrise. There you go. Yes, there we go. The Earthrise line is to give us G1 style toys. And you know, I wouldn't mind, but I still am fine with most of my Siege toys. I mean, the Dotson brothers, the Megatron, I don't need to change up. And then there's a rumor that, oh, we're going to get a Mirage in the Sideswipe. And Sideswipe I wouldn't mind, but Mirage, what would you do with it? I feel like the only thing they would change with Mirage is the same thing they did with the Netflix Ravage and just change up the deco to be more Earth style. And that's it. Don't worry, Brian. I came to support you in this chat too. You do what's best for you. Thank you. Do 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 do. Got that song stuck in my head. And by the way, I do appreciate everyone coming in, especially early in the stream, you know, and hear me talk about what was going on. I'm sorry that I had a lot of anxieties and I couldn't really talk too much about it. I didn't have anxiety because of that just now. I had anxiety from other things going on. So, oh, you know, no matter my thoughts on Siege and Earthrise and what I think Kingdom's going to be, the last bit of Earthrise, I mean, I freaked out on that. Okay, I'm glad someone understood the song, but I found Earthrise at Aldi's Wave 2. I wish I found Alicon and Airwave and all of them. I think I'll be getting an Airwave at some point, but I don't know. Who was the other one in that wave? It was Alicon, oh, Smokescreen. Eh. What I really wish I could find is Sunstreaker and a Quintesson Judge. I say Sunstreaker mainly because I've got a Sideswipe, but I got no Sunstreaker to go with it. I mean, I got Combiner Wars Sunstreaker, but no. Honestly, like, as much as I've criticized a lot of the line, I still want most of the characters from Earthrise. You know, I want an Alicon, I want all this and that. I don't need every single version of Optimus Prime to come out, or Megatron. The Nemesis would be cool to get. Definitely would like to get that set. But I don't need, like, 3 different versions of Ultra Magnus. Or I don't need Kingdom RC. I mean, I don't like the first one, but just because they repackage it, I'm not gonna buy it. That's gonna take up a lot of shelf space because they're charging $2 more out here for it. Hi, Danny. I know it's your name because your name comes up in green. No worries. We love you, brother. We're here for you when we can be. Ignore the negative and enjoy the positive. Well, Crimson, as far as comments are concerned, I mean, I can ignore the negative, but when it comes to a lot of stuff in personal life, it's kind of hard to. But otherwise, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I do appreciate it. Give us Neil Nose Gut. Dang it. Yeah, the Siege Soundwave, I still don't mind. I have that. I got every version of that Soundwave. So even though I was complaining about that, I mean, they finally put it as the cassette player, and I have the original one, so it's whatever. But, I mean, I really like the Siege one still. I love the Sound Blaster. Tarn would be cool. Nice! Got Airwave. Yeah, I think I gotta get him because he's on a couple of different sites. He's on Amazon and he's on Toys R Us. So I'm not worried about Airwave. I don't know why Airwave specifically you can get anywhere, but yeah. I'll just have to keep my eye out on Sunstreaker and them. Do you want the Shattered Glass, Prime, and Ratchet? Yes, I really wish I got that. I really wish I got that now, thinking of that. Because, oh, my eye's twitching again. So, like, I don't have the Earthrise Optimus, and I don't have technically any Shattered Glass toy. I think there's one figure that you can kind of put into Shattered Glass, but I don't think it's meant to be Shattered Glass. But when I thought more about the Optimus and the Ratchet, I was like, you know, I've always wanted a Shattered Glass toy, and that Optimus is there, but I totally missed out because they don't talk about releases here in Canada like they do for the US. US is like, and here's the announcement, and you could pre-order it, or you could buy it on Amazon, and on Hasbro Plus, and on Walmart, and blah, blah, blah. You could pre-order it here, you could go here, 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 and here's the release date, blah, blah, blah. In Canada, it's like, oh, figure it out for yourself. Give us Sunstorm and Nacelle. Oh, now you're reminding me of Sandstorm. But that one's my fault. I knew where it was and missed out on it. And as far as Shattered Glass is concerned as well, apparently there's going to be more Shattered Glass stuff per a rumor, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Tarn part of the Decepticon Justice Division? Yep. I kind of hope that if they do more Shattered Glass stuff, they re-release the Optimus and the Ratchet. There's a lot of stuff they should re-release because they did a terrible job at releasing them. Still no idea what's going on with the Breakdown Pack. I'm probably going to have to buy it from someone. So, yeah. Apparently, the rumor is Jetfire, Starscream, Megatron, and Goldbug for Shattered Glass. And I'm hoping that's true. But I also heard that, oh, they're all going to be Hasbro Pulse exclusives. And I was like, oh! They were on EB Games for a while, but they've been sold out forever. That's what I hate about EB Games, is that they just have things sold, and then they're sold out, and then they never put it in again. And they just have the listing there, but you can't do anything. That is the perfect take, Justin, on the Hasbro Pulse exclusives. Computron would be a good one to re-release. Alright, so I'm not going to be live on the stream for that much longer. I'm going to hang up soon. Or end the stream soon. Yeah, EBA is so annoying. Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping to get some stuff through ages 3 and up. Because they have Bug Bite and the Condor, I think it is, and Spin Out. The red and white Sunstreaker repaints. So I'm looking into those and thinking maybe I should jump on that. As well, they got some various other figures that I missed out on. So just thinking about it. Still waiting to see anything have the Optimus Prime. I don't think I ever saw the Earthrise Optimus Prime out here. And I don't think I found any proper listing. Because I think Amazon has it for $86 at some point. I think, no, Walmart did. And it's from... It's from, like, scalpers and stuff. Did you ever get the feeling that you go into the store and the figure you want to get is not there, but you still get a random fig from the store? Yep. That is quite often. I'm pretty sure Jetfire would start off as an Autobot, then turn to the Decepticon. I just realized, yeah, they have the switching out chest. They could do a complete switch out. I'll be right back. I'm hearing something. A Shattered Glass, Revenge of the Fallen, Jetfire. Well, there is a Shattered Glass version of Jetfire, and it's just the Starscream deco. I think. Sorry, I heard my dog barking about something. I don't know what that was about. I was thinking, oh, is there a package? Because I'm waiting for a couple now. I'm waiting on the Halo stuff from 2 other people. Actually, 3 people now. And I think there's another one, but I might be wrong about that. So. Thinking making a Transformers diorama. Are you asking me? Because, I don't know. I should, but I don't know. They got Earthrise, Alicon, and RC, and Smokescreen, Airwave, and they're $17.99 each. Okay, where though? You're just saying they're out. What's that? Sounds like my package senses are tingling. That sounded bad. You should have seen it when my one parcel was super delayed. And I actually got worried that it wasn't going to come. And so I couldn't do anything but wait for that parcel to come in. And then on the last minute on Friday, it came in. This was long ago. But it finally came in. And I was so thrilled because I got so nervous, and it was for Bionicle parts. The main reason why I had to get those is because they completed a lot of sets, and some of them I actually paid quite a bit to get completed, because I don't know if you guys know who Thok is. Not Thought, but Thok from Bionicle. He's one of the Paraka. He came out in 2006. But throughout different Bricklink hauls, which you can shop for Lego parts, I bought as much of that Bionicle as I could, because I had some of the smaller bits already. I tried to get as much as I could of that set and see if I can fully build it. And the last part I needed was coming in from that haul. Finally got it and was able to complete that set. Was also able to complete the green one. I think the brown one as well. I actually have a complete set of the Paraka now. I was able to complete one of my smaller Lego sets. My first McDonald's Bionicle. I was able to complete him, so I still had some of the older parts, and I was able to attach those all onto him. I actually washed the mask for that one and tried to clean it off, and the disc is all there. Everything's there. What else? There's a bunch of other little things I also grabbed, but I can't remember. There's a green Bionicle down there. A lot of green Bionicles I was able to complete. But, oh yeah, Peruk I was able to complete. So, just a lot of different things. Bionicle. I was getting bummed out when my package to you was delayed. I didn't mind. I was waiting for other stuff. Can you do any voices for Misfortune? I don't know what you're asking. Yeah. If you're asking me to do voices, no, and not the best time. Speaking of packages, Brian, if I can sell enough stuff and get enough money, I might end up sending you some stuff earlier than planned. Oh. Well, do it at your own pace, you know. No rush. And I don't know if you heard me, but I don't need every box of everything. So, you know, if that helps shipping and all that. Speaking of packages, oh, I already read that. I have Alicon, kind of disappointed, but I still like it. Yeah, I still need it. Still need it to fill that void. You can have the Earthrise Optimus ride the Devastator by opening up Prime's hands and wrapping them around the bumper on the front of Mixmaster's truck. Oh, that's actually a cool idea. Can I voice act? Mirage, first of all, we have the cast. We didn't ask for voices. Alright? Second, not the time. I'm not focused on Misfortune right now. There's a lot of things going on right now that I'm not happy about. So I'm not... I've thought about filming to at least keep me occupied, but at the same time, just a lot of things keep crashing down on me, so... I don't know. Maybe soon I'll start filming again. Because, you know, with Scott, who's died recently, Scott was a co-writer and co-creator of the series. So, I feel like in dedication to him, I should probably get Season 2 out. Do you prefer to hunt your figures or order them? Definitely to hunt them down, because I could just take them home from the store. But lately, I've just had to order stuff, so. RIP, all the respects to him. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's fine. It's fine, Mirage, but, I mean, I brought up now's not the time, so. But at least WandaVision is coming out. So, yay. First Marvel thing in a year and a half. No, it's fine, Mirage. You probably didn't catch what was going on, so I'm not upset with you. It's just there's just a lot of stuff. I brought this up on Twitter. Why is okay? I've been to Vancouver. Why is every show that films in Vancouver calling it Seattle or Chicago or something? Like you can't just have it as Vancouver? Is Vancouver bad or something? I swear to God, if you watch Deadpool, that's filmed in Vancouver. I'm not sure if they call it Vancouver at this point. I think they do though, but I don't know. But yeah, like I even know that street. I know that bridge. Um, my dad was driving by it when they were filming it. But I think, yeah, Supernatural films in Vancouver. We actually drove by one of the sets for Supernatural at some point. We weren't intending to. We were just driving by, and there it was. Um, you watch Hallmark movies, a lot of them are filmed out here. And yet they just don't call them whatever place they film it at. I want to make that meme where it's like, the guy holding out the butterfly, and the butterfly is like Vancouver, and the guy's like, or the guy's Hollywood, and he says, "Is this Seattle?" Yeah, they just don't want to be in a Canadian city. I worked on Smallville for our last 4 seasons, and they called it America, even though you could see the SkyTrain. I just worked as a PA. Yeah, that's funny to me that Smallville, which is like I look at it and it looks so American, but when you actually watch the show, it's all Vancouver. It is pretty much all Vancouver. So or at least BC. Um, so it's just hilarious. I really don't like the Marvel franchise now because all of them is in Disney Plus. They think I'm rich or something. No, I get why some places film in one place and then call it another, but when you're constantly like that with Vancouver, like I don't know a single movie or show. The only thing I could think of is the one episode of Supernatural where they went behind the scenes and they actually acknowledged, oh, this is filmed in Vancouver. Um, uh, they really don't say Sonic was filmed in BC. I don't know if anyone noticed, but part of Sonic was filmed. You could definitely tell because if you drove anywhere in BC, you pretty much think you're driving in a Sonic movie with the road trip. You watch Supernatural. I've watched some episodes. The main reason why I watched that episode and the Scooby-Doo one is because that actually intrigued me. Mandalorian is a really good show. And I think I won an award the other day. I was watching this award show, and a lot of the nominees and winners were not that good. And then Mandalorian showed up, and I was like, you know what? It'd be awesome if it won, but it's probably not going to win. And they said, and the winner is The Mandalorian. I was like, insult to injury. Story takes place in Vancouver, filmed in Seattle. It's all Vancouver. Always has been. I don't know if it's specifically all Vancouver. It's just a lot of it is. It was mostly filmed on set Burnaby and around that area. Yeah, actually, I think when we drove by the Supernatural set, I think that was in Burnaby. Oh god, Dark of the Moon is 10 years old. You know what? My YouTube channel in March is 10 years old. Vancouver? No. Ah. Why do you have to remind me of the selects line? It's really bad that the only selects I got during Earthrise is this. And they've released a lot. Hopefully I'll be getting more soon. Thank you for the anniversary stuff. I hope they paint it in that goofy, canceled pink and green crocodile G2 color scheme. Oh, that'd be awesome if they do Mirage in G2 colors. Oh, I would love that. Aww. So with that out of the way, I would be willing to part with Pounds and Wings. Oh, you don't have to. I'm sure I'll figure out something. It's just, I don't know what's going on. That's the problem with stuff right now, is I don't know. But it could end up on toysrus.ca, but for right now, it just hasn't. They haven't even put back up the Thundercracker and Skywarp. I don't know what's going on with that. So, I don't know. It's, a lot of stuff has skipped over. A lot of stuff it releases in small window and then it's gone. Apparently, we're supposed to get them in Toys R Us, but I went to there and we didn't have anything. We didn't even have a place for it. You don't understand. It isn't that I have to. It is that myself is out of physical space. The only selects figures I have is the Earthrise G2 Megatron. I wish they gave him a new head, but other than that, I think he looks cool and he feels really good in my hands. Nice. I'm drowning in my consumerism. I thought those two are Galaxy Odyssey. They are. They're the Biosphere Autobot clones. So with that out of the way, sorry for the really bad introduction, you know, the unfortunate news that I talked about during the stream, but it had to be said. I feel better saying it. That's out there. You know, I don't feel like it. What's good about it is I don't feel like I've just kept it in this entire time. Um, and before anyone says, well, maybe they don't want to know, they've told me that they don't care who knows. So it is unfortunate right now, and yeah, hopefully things get better. But it's I've been so upset with things that it's been hard for me. I don't want to get into it again, but yeah, hopefully everything works out. But I do appreciate you guys coming in, checking on what's going on, and you know, actually talking with me in the stream. I know I missed a lot in the chat. I feel bad for that. Oh, damn, really? You know what's funny about that is the Toys R Us that I used to go to before moving here had a bunch of new Halo stuff. Yeah, we could just... Come on. There we go. You could just... Um, hold on. I'll get it. There we go. Oh, thank you, Danny. And then after that, there we go. Thank you, Danny. $25. Put this towards something fun. Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out the stream. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna enjoy my Transformers. Thank you, 01 Trans Fan, for the Bumblebee and the Netflix Soundwave, and the Mixmaster, and the custom Striker. Don't know if anyone saw that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time.